Julia?
Because we don't know anything about them?
Maybe because, exactly. They're really well known in China, but maybe not so famous internationally. Jasmine?
Well, perhaps they have a company history to be proud of.
They have a company history, absolutely, to be extraordinarily proud of. Hannah?
Well, they should just get like more well known and maybe get some connections with business people.
Might help their business in a practical way if they become better known. Zach?
Perhaps they also would derive some value just by reading the case and understanding from your perspective or the actual authors what made them successful might help them going forward.
There is that, this is the aspiration, at least at the business school, that the students and the faculty members will have some ideas that actually might assist the company in thinking of some strategic decisions. Because we always end each case, this case, as you know, and we'll be asking you with what advice would you give to Mr. Liu and to Mr. Li Pin? Josh, did you have a point?
Yeah, essentially the same thing, that for the future they can look at their past history and kind of make sense.
Right, I think all of this. So it's a well-known story domestically, they have a global strategy. They had success in telling their story through these comic books in China. Also, a key decision about to be made. What do they go from next? Do they stick to this core business of automobile parts, or do they do something dramatically different? There are, and let me just go through this very briefly, there are all kinds of challenges in writing a case. You write it, but you have to get feedback from it. Are the facts right? The numbers change, and they've changed a lot since the numbers you have in your case are almost double in every capacity. You have to communicate to the headquarters in both Hangzhou and headquarters. There's a political issue, potentially, for a Chinese company that isn't well known. How much do they want to be known for what they're doing in the United States? At least it has to be thought about. And then you have to translate it into Chinese so Chairman Liu can read it and get some suggestions and so on. And so I think this thing got released like 2 days before I taught it, the first day at HBS. So a little bit too much just-in-time management. So now let's go, this is how one would teach this case. And try to situate Huanshan for you guys. One way of doing this is a course on China, not just on business. What difference does it make that this is in Zhejiang, this place?